Okay, folks, this is just a quickie. As I was just kind of working through a specific issue, and I came across a brilliant idea that I felt, actually, this might be a good trick to share with you guys. And the idea here is this. So over the last few days, you've watched me write an article using Closer'sCopy. You've watched me create a lead magnet using Closer'sCopy. Just show you the article quickly. So that's the article. That's the article here. And then you've also watched me create a lead magnet for this article. And here comes the point here. So your reader clicks on your link wherever the link is, maybe on Facebook, maybe on in your email, and they click on the link and they come to read the article. So they come to read the article. One of the ways you could offer the free gift, which is the lead magnet, could be by a pop-up. And that can be useful, that can be helpful sometimes, but the only difficulty with pop-ups is that they get in the way of the person who's reading. It's almost like they call it interrupting marketing. So the person is reading and you interrupt them with something. If they feel this is relevant enough, they may slow down and read, or you may just get them upset and angry, and so they close it off. And that item may be something the person needs, but just because of the process of interrupting the person, you've lost a potential lead. So I want to kind of show you a different way of going about it, again using Closer'sCopy. And the idea here would be so we are writing the article, and then we include the free item as part of the article in a way that makes the person feel this is very, very important. I've got to sign up. Okay. I'm going to show you how we achieve this. Because in order to achieve this, we've got to do a number of things. One, the article has to still feel like it's one article that has not been interrupted. And the addition that you've placed in, so before I had 10 solutions here, but to add this free item into the article, I had to create another solution, which was to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's later in life. So what I wanted to do today is to kind of show you how Closer'sCopy helped to make that process easy. The process of, we call this kind of stealth call to actions. So you're calling people to action, but they don't quite realize what it is until they are actually being pulled into the content and signing up. So still a call to action, but it's not as loud as a pop-up. Right. So let's see how we achieve this using Closer'sCopy. So to achieve this, we've got to be able to do two things. So we've got to find out what's the link between my lead magnet and the article I've written. I know yesterday we talked about some ways of getting a connection between the article and connecting it to a lead magnet. But today we're kind of going the other way around. So we've got the lead magnet and we've got an article. We want to find a way to connect the two in a very meaningful and a way for the client, the person who's reading your article. And this is where one of the workflows comes in. And this workflow, you will find this workflow in my sales emails. Now, the sales emails is a very powerful set of series of workflows that help you be able to connect what you want to sell, what you want people to read, to articles and tutorials that you already have. Just makes the process a lot easier. So in this particular one, we'll be going into the email intro, conclusions, and stealth closes, and we are picking step 5. So what step 5 does is it asks this question: how does issue A relate to a product or service? And in this case, how does issue A, which is concentration problems, link to a client's problem who's got depression, for example. And so finding a common ground then gives the person a reason to actually be more interested, and gives them a desire to want to kind of sign up. So what happens with this workflow, I'll just put the example in. Whoops. How does poor concentration, I think that's what I did. I'm just trying to kind of engineer my way backwards. How does concentration affect concentration problems, affect making good decisions? So if you remember, the article we wrote was focusing on people's concentration, and the free gift we created was focusing on making good decisions. So we're trying to figure out, okay, what's the relationship between concentration and making good decisions in depression, right? So how does concentration problems affect the ability to make good decisions, affect making good decisions in depression? So you can see how Closer'sCopy is doing all the heavy lifting in this particular situation. So I don't have to think too much about how to connect the two. Do the right for me. So he came up with some ideas, which I then put together into this paragraph. So it's just literally the paragraph I was able to read. And this kind of highlights another point. So people often ask, are these some of the evidence it gives you, is it fact checked? And like I said in the last video, if you create example data for the AI that is fact checked, chances are that what the AI would then give you when you want to get information out would also be fact checked. So what I would suggest is, in order to make sure that you're getting more fact checked, how many times am I going to say fact checked? More fact checked ideas out of Closer'sCopy. Make sure you fact check your examples that you feed the AI, right? So yes, I did check this, and there is a lot of truth to this. So this is the idea I ended up with. By the way, did you know that research shows that people who have more serotonin in their brain are less likely to develop Alzheimer's later in life? Right, and this is the research document which I was able to find that link to. So going on, the good news is that when an increased ability to make good decisions, with an increased ability to make good decisions, you can promote the production of serotonin in your brain. So we've now created a link between concentration and serotonin and reducing the likelihood of Alzheimer's. So now the next step now makes the connection to making good decisions. So how does this work? Firstly, making good decisions can enhance. All right. So we've already said it. The good news is that with an increased ability to make good decisions, you can promote the production of serotonin in your brain, which is what we're trying to kind of home in on. So how does this work? Firstly, making good decisions can enhance the function of your prefrontal cortex. And this is all fact-checked, which allows it to work more efficiently. In turn, this allows you to have a better judgment of things and makes it easier to make good decisions. And you can see the cycle it's just building there, almost like a logical argument. This can then translate to an accumulation of positive life events that then promotes more good decision making. All of this puts your brain in the best place for optimum serotonin production. And this is what we're trying to kind of get the person interested in. So what we've really done here is we've told a story that has put more importance on this checklist that we're trying to offer the reader. And so we finish off with, and that's where today's free checklist can give you the advantage. And where does that take us to? If I go straight to the article, and that's where this then comes in. Grab your free checklist. how to make good decisions after depression and anxiety have clouded your judgment. So you see how easily and smoothly Closer'sCopy has been able to give me content that has allowed me to make a very good connection for the reader into giving them a good rationale as to why they should sign up for this free gift. Right, so that's it for today's video. And I'm hoping you find that useful. And how would you find that useful? Actually, you find that useful if you've got an article, you've got a free gift, you've got a video tutorial which you want to sell, and you're sending an email out to your audience to sell the video, and all of that particular workflow that we looked at will help you be able to, will help you be able to make the connections you need in order to sell your ideas better. Cool. Right. So have a great day.